Men's Mental Health Month is like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It's something to make the world feel good and shut you the hell up. Well, happy Men's Mental Health Month. And in honor of our Flintstone Band-Aids and vitamins, welcome back to the Anatomy of a King, where we explore the journey of Black manhood, the discipline, the identity, the legacy, the emotional mastery. Today, we're talking about something every Black man will face at some point, at least most of us, whether we admit it or not. Male pattern baldness. Not as a joke, not as a punchline, but as a moment of identity, ego, and evolution. Because for Black men, hair isn't just hair. It's culture. It's childhood memories. It's barbershop rites of passage. It's the first time you felt sharp, clean, and confident. So when your hairline starts shifting, it hits deeper than just appearance. But today, I'm reframing that. Not as a loss, but as a transition. Not as a shame, but as a growth. Not as the end, but as the beginning of a new chapter in your kingship. Let's unpack that. Every Black man remembers the moment he first noticed change. I remember mine, and it wasn't that hair on the brush or hair on the shirt. It was the barbershop taking a little longer in the center of my head. I was brushing my hair, and in the center, you could feel the bristles a little bit more. And suddenly I just stopped, and I tilt my head, and I'm looking a little longer than usual, but that ain't gonna make that hair grow back. See, in that moment, something deeper happened. I wasn't just looking at my hair. I was looking at my identity. Because for a Black man, the hair is symbolic. When you get that cut, it's the first time you feel handsome. It's the first time you felt grown. It's the first time you walked out of the barbershop feeling like a king. So when it starts changing, it's not vanity. It's a moment of self-reflection. See, this is where the journey begins. But before we go too far, I want to talk about the sanctuary, the barbershop, the first temple. The barbershop is the first place many men learn confidence and community and masculinity, discipline, presentation, and pride. So when your hairline starts shifting, the barbershop becomes the place of truth. Not shame, not judgment, truth. Your barber isn't just lining you up. He's walking you through a transition. He sees what you see. He sees what you're trying not to see. And he respects the journey. See, this is where many men first confront the reality. Something is changing, and that's okay, because kings evolve. Now, I want to talk about different stages. And this stage is called the do-rag and hat stage. This stage isn't about hiding. It's about adjusting. Black men, we use hats and do-rags the way warriors use armor. Not to conceal weakness, but to protect what's sacred. This is the stage where you're learning how to accept change, how to adapt your style, how to maintain confidence, how to redefine your look. It's not insecurity, it's transition. Every king goes through seasons. This is just one of them. Now, the next stage, that's the research stage. See, now you're trying to understand your body. This is where men start seeking answers, not out of desperation, but out of curiosity and self-care. So you start reading about genetics and stress, hormones, diet, scalp health. You start learning that 50% of men experience noticeable hair loss by 35. Black men often notice earlier because our hairlines are naturally sharper. See, oils can support scalp health, but genetics lead the way. And this is where you realize you're not broken, you're not failing, and you're not alone. You're human, and you're evolving. I want to talk about what they didn't actually tell us about hairlines. They don't tell us that you didn't cause this. Genetics plays the biggest role. Not hats, not do-rags, not barbers, not stress, not a bad haircut. They don't tell you that you're not the only one. Half of men experience this. Black men just notice it way sooner because of our lineups being so crispy. I'm sorry. And you're not losing attractiveness. See, studies show bald men are rated as more confident, more mature, more self-assured, especially black men. And another thing, you're not losing identity. You're transitioning into a new one. And you're not losing power. You're stepping into a different kind of power. The kind that comes from acceptance, not appearance. This is where the shift happens. This is where the transition happens. This is where you let go with dignity. Because there comes a moment where you stop fighting change and you start embracing evolution. See, this isn't giving up. This is growing up. This is the moment where you say, I'm not defined by my hairline. I'm defined by my character. This is where kingship deepens. And this is where the bald rebirth happens and you step into your final form. See, when a black man embraces baldness, something powerful happens. His face becomes more defined. His presence becomes stronger. His energy becomes calmer. His confidence becomes internal, not external. See, this is the rebirth. This is where you step into authority, wisdom, maturity, presence, identity. This is where you become the man you were always meant to be. I can't do this segment without honoring the Black Ball Hall of Kings. When a black man embraces baldness, he's not stepping into emptiness. He's stepping into a lineage of men who carry presence, authority, a lineage of men who are calm, who have wisdom and confidence. These aren't just celebrities. These are archetypes, models of what black manhood looks like when it matures. You have the protector, the men who make a room feel safe, the visionary, the men who see beyond the moment, the healed masculinity, the cultural legacy, the modern king archetype. See, you belong to a lineage of black men who turn change into power. And now, you're next. And next up, you'll learn the sweet side of baldness. See, I'm going to show you what you gain when you let go. When a black man loses his hair, he doesn't lose anything that matters. He actually gains more than he realizes. You gain time. Time you can put into purpose, family, and peace. You gain clarity. Acceptance teaches you what control never could. You gain presence. People respond differently to a man who knows himself. You gain internal confidence and a new aesthetic, minimalist, clean, intentional, mature. You also gain a new relationship with aging, and aging becomes evolution, not decline. And most importantly, you gain peace. The moment you stop fighting your hairline is the moment you stop fighting yourself. This is the sweet side of baldness. You gain the man you were always becoming. Kings, at the end of the day, your hairline is not your crown. Your character is. Your discipline is. Your integrity is. Your purpose is. Hair comes and goes. Kingship doesn't. If your hairline is changing, remember, you're not losing anything. You're transitioning into something deeper. You're transitioning into a deeper version of yourself. And remember, what you don't change, you choose. And this change can't afford excuses. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Thank you.